Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to speak about how much we spend on food and things to consider and maybe how we could save some money on our food. Specifically I want to focus on our shopping that we do for food every week, our big shop, the one we do at the supermarket. So in a recent study by the Office of National Statistics in 2018, the average household spend on food is £4,753 a year. Now this can be broken down to £3,150 on groceries and £1,600 on restaurants and takeaways. Now this is based on an average 2.4 person household, so that's something to bear in mind when I'm talking throughout this video. Now what I want to focus on is the money we spend at supermarkets. And first of all I want to talk about how much it costs to shop at certain supermarkets. So if we compare some of the main supermarkets, now in a recent study by Which in 2019, the cost of a sample basket of items had Sainsbury's as the cheapest at £107, and then Asda's really close on £107.65. Then Morrison's 109, Tesco's 112, and a couple of others, Ocado and Waitrose. But I just want to focus on those big four because I think that's where most people would shop. So we've got Sainsbury's on £107, Tesco's on £112. Okay, so there straight away you've got a £5 difference per week on what you might spend. Now in that study they didn't include my favourites, Lidl and Aldi. Okay, now it's a bit trickier to find stuff to do with Lidl and Aldi. I think it's because they don't sell as much branded stuff, so they're not easy to compare, and I think for that reason it's a bit harder to find out how they stack up. But what I did find was an article published by The Mirror in 2019, and they were using data collected by an industry magazine called The Grocer. Now what they do is they generally compare the big four that we've just mentioned a minute ago, Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Tesco's, and occasionally include other supermarkets. So on one of their studies they were looking at a 33 item sample basket, and in this one they included Lidl in the study, and according to their research, Lidl for this 33 item sample basket costs £45.42, Asda on £49.27, Sainsbury's £51.75, Tesco's £55, Morrison's £55.35, and it's also included Waitrose at £66.74. If you don't like money, shop at Waitrose. Now if we consider the numbers we talked about earlier, it said that the average household spends £3,150 on groceries, and that works out about £61 a week. So what I've done from that most recent that study that compared Lidl, included Lidl, is I've inflated all the figures by 20%, because then they're all around about that £60 mark, so it gives a good idea of comparison for the average household. And what that come out to was that Lidl costs, based on this sample basket, £54.50 a week, Asda 59, Sainsbury's 62, Tesco 66, Morrison £66.42, and Waitrose £80 a week. So if we just do a comparison for the average household, this 2.4 person household, Lidl versus Tesco, Lidl is £11.50 cheaper per week based on this sample. And if we times that by 52 weeks in a year, that's approximately £600. So that's a £600 saving right there a year for just shopping at Lidl as opposed to Tesco's. So there's a few things to consider when we look at these numbers. One, this is all based on an average household. So if you are in a 3-person household, a 4-person household, 5-person and so on household, these savings are probably going to be magnified, multiplied. Okay, you probably save a lot more. Also, these are based on sample baskets, so these things do differ based on what you're shopping. Another thing to consider in all this is how often you eat out or have takeaways. So I don't have many takeaways, so a lot of my money is spent on stuff I buy at the supermarkets. A lot of my food shopping, the money I spend on food is to do with supermarkets. And so if I just consider the numbers from a personal point of view, I usually spend 90 to 100 pounds a week, okay, and I go to Aldi, okay. Now I haven't mentioned Aldi up until this point. Now from what I've read, Aldi and Lidl, not much in between them. That you similar savings at Aldi. So I would estimate the fact that I shop at Aldi and not one of the big four, Morrisons, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, or Asda's, I would be confident that I save over £1,000 a year on food shopping alone. Okay, so that's another thing you can look at in the money you spend. Look at the money you spend on your supermarket shopping every week. How would that compare? Just try 1 week going to Lidl or Aldi and see if it's any better. See if you can get to grips with it. I know some people don't like Lidl and Aldi; it hasn't got everything, but you can always do the bulk of your shopping at Lidl and Aldi and then get the bits from elsewhere, and you end up saving a lot of money. So I did want to talk about takeaways in restaurants on this video, but I've already waffled on for 6 minutes so far, so I don't want to go on any longer about that. I'll do another video on that one. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, part 2 to this one, where it'll be focusing on takeaways and eating out. But I just want to say a big thank you for the feedback so far. A lot of people have been talking about how they've been writing down their budget and how much they spend each month, and just starting doing stuff like that. You'll soon notice things where you can make a little saving here, a little saving there, and it's going to add up massively. Just in the last video we talked about, you could potentially save a lot of money on your mortgage, thousands. For me, it would have been, and this already just talked about, I say probably £1,000 a year. So straight away, you've got a lot of money that you can save, and that's what I want to focus on in these videos. Easy things we can do to save money on the stuff we all spend money on. All right, thanks for listening.